Oh, Abby, say mammal. Abby, say mammal. You can say mammal. Say mammal and papa. Say mammal and papa.
We've always been in the business together since the 60s. So since we got done driving trucks, we come back in the family business. But we never have no problems as far as mom and dad or brothers, or you think we'd hate each other, but at the end of the day, we don't. We work side by side 6 days a week. And we actually live within a mile of one another and grew up together. And still today, me and my brother Daryl still live on the same piece of property, but all the grandkids have grown up together. But all but one of our brothers have lived together for probably 20 years. And as far as mom and dad goes, it's they've been great parents and excellent grandparents to my children. And as far as that goes, like I hope to be maybe that way when I get his age, as far as taking care of my kids and my grandkids.
I want him in it just because he's one of the sons, but he can't.
No, wait. Y'all just wave. I can't do nothing. Oh, okay. Well, hell, I gotta go there. Hey, see you.
I've worked for the family, and I went to work for myself for a while, and I come back for the family. Dad's been a big inspiration on me and my kids. The kids are, teaching them how to work and farm and build fence and stuff has been, real good for all my two kids. Well, they both work. Well, they still do work, but they've always worked hard all their life and to do anything for anybody, really. Somebody needs something, they're out there to do it for them.
That they're such giving people, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I remember a time when I was real little, we was over at my uncle's lake, and I remember Mom saved a boy from drowning. So that sticks with me.
Well, so we basically got to spend our childhood at a gravel pit. Because I don't know if regulations were different, but we used to get to play on the sand piles and play in the dump trucks and drive the golf cart from the concrete plant back to the garage. To the point where I had a girlfriend that turned 14 and she had never ridden in a dump truck, which to me was crazy. So for her birthday, my dad took her for a ride in a dump truck. Grandma and grandpa, they're like your typical grandma and grandpa. They're very loving, and we've never needed anything in our life. We've never wanted anything because it was always there. They always made sure you have it. But then at the same time, they're these incredibly hardworking people. So, if you were going to get to see grandma and grandpa, you were going to get to have fun, but at the same time, they might have to go to work or you might be at work with them. So we all kind of grew up with that work ethic that you can work really hard, you can have nice things, and you can play, but then you're going to go work really hard again.
I guess the thing that really sticks out about our family is, well, I guess we're more friends than family, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we grew up on 40 acres together. And, like you said, it's a walk away from house to house. And, we'd all ride the same bus and all go to school together. And then my older cousins, when they was in high school, we'd have a ride to school and stuff, so that was cool. Growing up with the older cousins, and then we, get off the bus and ride four-wheelers, dirt bikes, go back in the woods, ride on trails.
We played tag on dirt bikes and four-wheelers.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I came over to your guys' house. That was actually Colton's house. You were sitting on the roof peeing on the chickens while Colton was shooting them with a paintball gun.
I came into the family when I was 15 years old. Donnie and I started dating, and this family is incredible. It's very close, tight-knit family, and I've been in the family business for 28 years, and I just love Verna Ray and Coral so much, and they really has showed us the way to love our partners, and it's amazing.
Okay.
I know. I'm sorry. So my children get to see this. So
No crying.
I feel very blessed.
Oh, stop.
I'm a big baby.
There was a time when my mom was really sick, and Verna Ray, she stayed with me the whole time. You know, she was there nights with me, not just hours, but nights with me. And you know, they're just great giving people. It's nice to be a part of a big family like that. It's real nice.
I grew up on Shawhan Road, and all the boys, they were my friends. And then, like, David's sister married my mom's brother, Tim, and she was my aunt, and I babysat her 2 girls, loved them dearly. And then David and I, we sort of started dating. I've known Verna and Carl many, many years. My dad actually got hurt, and they were such great people at that time, and they came down and gave my mom a gas card, a credit card to use. Carl went with my mom to pick out a new car so my dad would be able to get into it. They've just always been there. They're always there for their friends, their neighbors, and I can't imagine marrying into any other type of family.
Well, I've always said that being born into this family was a blessing. I mean, when I was younger, I just sort of took it for granted, and then as I got older, I really realized how special it is. Most of my favorite memories are, because it was just my sister and I were the only 2 grandkids for a long, long time, and just every moment spent at their house was just special. It was all about us, and we just didn't know any different. You know, Christmas, we had our own tree, we had our own presents. I mean, we were just spoiled. And it was great, you know, and then as I got older, we were still spoiled. I mean, there's nothing they wouldn't do, there's nothing they wouldn't give, and they do. It's just always over the top. I mean, even to this day, holidays are still it's just amazing. I mean, and we're just really, really lucky, and we all rely on each other. I mean, if I needed something, I could call any one of my uncles, any one of my aunts. I mean, they'd be there in a second. So it's a really nice way to grow up.
I guess some of my favorite memories, of course, with our family is just family. Family is such a big, important role, and I think it's really taught me, you know, to be very appreciative of what I have. I know a lot of people don't have such a tight-knit family. We work together, we play together, and that's, you know, just some of my favorite memories are, you know, holidays. It's so important for everyone to be together every single holiday. I remember when we were younger, we had Easter egg hunts, and everyone wanted to get, you know, the eggs with the dollars in it, and we would swap out things, and, you know, we would also sit in front of Grandma's curio cabinet, and she had all these Swarovski crystals, and we would all say, like, which ones we wanted, which ones we were gonna get. Just great memories being younger and spending time, and, you know, I think Grandma and Grandpa really showed us a great example of just a great marriage and great family, and just bringing everyone together, and I know that's something that not everyone has, and we're very, very fortunate to have all of that.
When my dad used to work over here, and he died when he was 49, so when he passed away, he died real suddenly. It was a heart attack, so he was here one day and gone the next. And when we came home from the hospital, we came back to our farm, and it was just kind of one of those things where, like, man, we have no idea what to do. Just driving down the driveway, we're like, man, we're screwed. We don't know what to do. And when we got into the house, our house was filled with food, and it all come from, well, the majority of it come from the Oder family. And it was shocking because, you know, we hadn't had contact with them in a long time, and don't even know how they heard about it. Most of our family and friends hadn't heard about it yet. And so it was pretty awesome, and it's something that stuck with my family for a long time. Yeah, just the kindness and the generosity.
Blood is thicker than water really comes to mind, because our family, they've always been there for each other. We have a huge family, but you know, no matter what happens, we always have each other's back. Even if we're wrong, you know, you have 20 people backing you up, and we'll all be wrong together. There's always people that are not technically family, but they've always been around just because not only do we have our initial family, but we have people that they've kind of taken in, and so we always say they've adopted them into the family. So although they might not be blood related, we're really close to them.
I guess the first time I was around them, and I guess when they were building their house, I did concrete work for them on their new home, and they've taken me in like one of their own. Thank them for putting up with me. I have a tendency to tear a lot of stuff up, and they put up with a lot for me, and they've raised a great family, and they should be very proud.
Carl and Verna Ray, they bought me my first baby bed. They brought me home from the hospital in Verna Ray's white Cadillac, and through all my life I've known them. It's been a wonderful thing. They've helped me. They've given me so much, and I can't even start to say the things that they've done for me. It's just the list goes on to this day.
Dad never had a dad, so he always looked up to I guess other people, and there was a few men that he would look up to, and Junior was one of them. They took him in like it was one of his own. So
I went to the vocational school, and I had to get a part-time job through the VOED, and Verna Ray gave me a job, and that's when they had the concrete company across the road. So after I went to school all morning, then I'd come down there and do paperwork for a couple hours in the afternoon. And then we had a banquet at the end of the year, and I, didn't think that Verna Ray would come, but she came, and I was all excited, and that meant a lot to me. A lot of years passed, and I moved away, and I came back. And then one of her sons asked me out. That'd be the redhead, Doug. And 27 years later, here we are. And we've had a lot of fun over the years. I mean, they took us to Vegas, and that was fun. And that had to have been hard for Verna Ray to really kind of keep control of everybody, because that's what she does best. And I love that about her, because she wants everybody to be good friends and work together and play together, and I just think that's so cool.
Went to school with Snake and Red Man, and I've known them a long time. And we used to horse around a little bit and ran around a little bit, and we've done a lot of building for them. We built the building you're sitting in, built most everything for them. Been real fortunate to work with them and share experiences with them. We've built all their houses just about, and all their pole buildings and stuff like that. So we've got a good working relationship and a good personal relationship.
I've known them most of my life. I worked here probably 9 years total, I think, and then before I got the other job I'm at now. So, and then I still hang out here every weekend. So, and then all summer.
I'm not even an odor, but Carl and Verna Ray, that didn't matter to them. They still treat me like a grandson. And Grandpa Loader is Grandpa Loader, Grandma Loader is Grandma Loader. And I probably wouldn't be the guy who I am today without them.